Syempre,
Yes, hello Comics people. Hello Comics people, ako si Mel Casipit and welcome to Indie Comics Podcast Live. Kasama natin ang nag-iisang John Zamar ng Comic-Con. At mamaya baka pumasok ulit si Miss Lay Mungkal ng Comic-Con Inc. Ayan. First of all, at also kasama ko si Mick Fajardo. Welcome back, Mick. Ang tagal mong hindi pumunta sa IKP.
Oo nga, sorry. Sabi ko na utang sa'yo.
Okay lang yan, okay lang. Ayun, so first of all, John, congratulations sa 20th anniversary ng Comic-Con na magsi-celebrate sa darating na Sabado at Linggo. Ayan, October 25 to 26. Ayan, congratulations, John. Malaking bagay yung 20.
Kasing edad na nung ilang creators yung Comic-Con. Ganun na sa katanda.
Oh. Well, nakakatuwa yan. Bihirang-bihira yung nakakagawa ng ganyan. So, congratulations. To start, para sa mga hindi nakakakilala pa sa iyo, pwede ka bang mag-introduce ng sarili mo, John, at kung ano yung role mo sa Comic-Con?
Okay. Ako si John Zamar, isa akong comics enthusiast. So, fan ako ng comics. Lumaki ako nung panahon na meron pa tayong masasabing industriya ng comics. Tapos nandun ako nung panahon na nawala yung industriya ng comics at kailangan maghanap natin ng paraan para may pagpatuloy yung sining ng paggawa ng comics. So, isa sa mga naging paraan noon is para umattend ang mga events para magbenta ng mga sarili mong gawa. Nawala yung mga malalaking publishers na nag-distribute ng ating mga comics. Kaya kailangan natin maghanap ng sarili natin mga paraan para maipaabot mga gusto pang magbasa ng comics. Pero sobrang liit lang na movement nung Comic-Con at malaki yung pasasalamat namin sa mga kapwa namin manlilikha ng comics tulad ninyo, mga miyembro ng IKP na bumuhay sa paggawa ng pagpapatuloy ng sining na paggawa ng comics. Isa ako sa mga nag-organisa, isa ako sa committee members ng Comic-Con, kasama si Miss Lay. At yun yung papel ko sa Comic-Con.
Yan. Okay. Yan. Yung si Miss Lay medyo may technical difficulties pero yan. Isa si Miss Lay din sa Comic-Con Inc. Kasama nung iba pa. Sila Miss Sherry, Sir Lyndon.
Yan. Si Ariel at si Patrick.
Ayan. Congratulations.
Nakalaki ko yun na parang 20 years yung Comic-Con. 20 years na yun lang din yung committee ng Comic-Con. Parang walang nawala, walang pinalitan. As in, yung 6 na yun lang yung committee ng Comic-Con.
Yeah. Ano sa tingin mo, John? Ano sa tingin mo, John, yung sekreto sa pagiging matibay ang samahan? Kasi yung original 5 hanggang 20 years later, matibay pa din eh. Pero yung mga ibang groups, nababawasan, nadadagdagan, umaalis, nag-aaway, ganyan. Pero kayo, solid eh. Ano sa tingin nyo ang secret?
Kasi ang pinupush namin ay yung idea na kailangan na one push for comics lang. Kasi ako, nag-create din ako ng sarili kong comics. Iniiwasan ko na ang i-promote ko is yung sariling title ko pag pinopromote ko yung Comic-Con. Kasi pag minsan, pag nag-push tayo ng sarili natin, kasi hindi mo rin man maiwasan kasi it's nature of, parang nature ng tao na maghanap ng way para mabuhay. Pero I think most of the committee members have it na ang first and foremost namin pinupush is comics as a whole. Hindi isang title, hindi isang creator. As in, ayun yung parang naging advocacy namin eh. So parang, I mean, si Lyndon is one of our longest running comics creator / self-publisher. Pero bibihira mo makita na si Berkada ang mukha ng Comic-Con. Same with my creation. Hindi namin sila yung binibigyan ng spotlight kasi ang spotlight dapat ay nasa comics. So I guess dahil sa ganun yung mindset namin, hindi kami though meron naman kaming disagreements with the way we do things, hindi naman siya nagiging full-blown na away or nagkakaroon ng sariling agenda or creative differences. So, 20 years, maganda rin siguro dahil nag-start kami as friends. Though alam ko marami rin businesses na nakasira ng friendship, hindi rin naman kasi namin tinuturing na business, money-making business yung Comic-Con. It's ano lang talaga, parang shared advocacy namin to promote yung creation, making, reading, and everything else that's with comics.
Yun. Thank you, John.
Ako may tanong ako. Sige, na-mention niyo yung yun nga, Comic-Con through the years. Siguro ang idadagdag ko na lang, paano sa tingin niyo nag-evolve ang comics alongside yung Comic-Con? Paano siya nag-evolve? Na, ano ba, parang mas lalo ba siya nag-boom? Parang ano yung may mga naging benefits ba yun sa mga creators? Paano nabago yung mindset ng mga creators? I mean, paano siya na-market, ganyan. So basically yung evolution niya, evolution ng comics itself alongside Comic-Con. Paano siya nag-evolve?
Babanggitin ko ulit na yung Comic-Con was a stopgap measure, stopgap solution to a problem na wala ang isang buong industriya. So, nung period na yon, katatapos ko lang ng pag-aaral, tapos gusto ko magtrabaho sa comics. Fortunate pa ako kasi nakahanap pa ako ng employment sa waning industry. Ang hanggang ngayon yun pa rin yung aking fall back on legacy is part ako ng Culture Crash, which was parang mga late push to revive. Hindi pa nga kasi noong time na yun buhay pa yung industry. So with the events kasi naging mas creator focus yung paggawa ng comics. So nawalan ng editorial mandate, nawalan din ng distribution nationwide, nawalan din ng actual, pinag-usapan namin kanina ni Mel, actual livelihood to make comics. Pero ang pinrovide ni Comic-Con was a venue kung saan yung mga naghahanap pa rin ng comics, makakahanap ng comics. Not at the same level or not at the same quality or not at the same quantity ng mga nilalabas nung panahon ng industrial age ng comics. Pero it was still, meron kang pupuntahan para ilatag yung comics mo. So I guess yun yung na-contribute ng Comic-Con and other events within nung time period na nagsabay-sabay din yan mga pop culture events before. There was mga specific like may sci-fi con, may mga fandom na mga conventions and other pop culture conventions.
Anime convention.
Ng space for gumagawa ng comics to sell or to spotlight their comics. With Comic-Con, mas targeted, mas specific lang yung pag-push namin na comics. Comics event kami. Tapos puro comics creators yung pinupush namin. And aside from the comics creators na local, pati yung mga adjacent na comics communities like the collectors, tapos like yung mga bumibili din ng mga foreign published na books na illustrated by locals. So parang mas lahat ng aspect ng local comics, not just yung creators, yung original creations, but pati yung mga adjacent na livelihoods nila nalalagay dun sa Comic-Con. Main difference lang kasi is during this time din may push for being bigger ang comics sa labas ng Pilipinas. Kaya medyo may, kasi yun din yung around that time na nag-start yung MCU eh. So, yung comics community as a whole globally, lumalaki. Pero hindi yung readership, hindi yung nagbabasa talaga ng comics, pero yung comics culture, kumbaga, yung comics culture na galing dun sa mga superheroes or galing dun sa mga ina-adapt na mga comics, lumalaki yung market, yung reach niya kasi naging mga TV show sila, naging film sila, pero at the same time sa atin, nawala yung industriya natin. Parang ang dating sa atin, nag-start all over tayo. Pero ang maganda nun is dahil wala tayong parang fixed money people behind comics. Kung ano yung gustong gawin ng mga creators, ng mga titles, kung ano yung mga gusto nilang gawin, walang pumipigil sa kanila. Kasi yun yung difference with working with a company that has their own characters or their own stories. Merong editorial mandate na ito yung gagawin natin kasi ito yung bumibenta. So, with pagkawala ng industrial age, I guess mas maraming creators na who would have been stopped na gawin yung gusto nilang gawin na comics, nagawa nila, nailabas nila. So, parang double-edged sword siya. Kasi nakasama kasi hindi siya tunay na livelihood. So, kailangan mo maghanap na ibang trabaho para ipagpatuloy yung paggawa mo ng comics. Pero at the same time, yung creative liberty to do what you want, nabuksan.
Ayun. Thank you very much, John. I-welcome natin sa show si Miss Lay Mongcal. Okay na ba yung audio, Miss Lay?
Yeah, I switched to another browser. Ayaw mag-work ng Chrome.
Ayun. Okay. So may question ako sa iyo, Miss Lay. Para sa mga hindi pa nakakakilala, can you please introduce yourself and your role sa Comic-Con?
Hi, ako si Lay. Hindi ako artist. Kasi lahat ng lahat ng organizers ng Comic-Con ay artist. Ako ay non-artist. Ang participation ko is a support role for them. I guess as a non-artist point of view, kumbaga.
Ayun. Mag-shoutout tayo sa mga nanonood. RH Kilantang, hi guys, namimiss ko na mag-Comic-Con. Hu. Yeah. Miss ka na rin namin, RH. Tapos sabi ni Gary Garcia, magpadala ka ng gulay at fresh air dito sa Manila. Gary Garcia, sana may parang anthology sa mga comics contest entries. Ayan.
Ang naalala ko dati nung nagsisimula yung Comic-Con, karamihan ng mga sumasali sa amin ng mga contest. Ikaw, Mel, naalala mo yun, no? Sumasali ka ng contest. Nag-i-exhibit din sila sa amin as comic sa Hindi Tiangge, di ba? Tapos binibenta nila yung mga entry nila. Parang nakakamiss nga yung part na yun na hindi na masyado nagagawa yun mga sumasali ng mga contest namin.
Sa mga aspiring comics creators, lalo na yung mga students, sumali kayo sa comics creation contest kasi doon ako nagsimula. Tingnan nyo ngayon, nagpa-podcast na lang. Hindi na nagko-comics.
Same. And actually, to add to what John said about the changes in the industry, ako personally, what I think na nangyari rin is there's a push for yung mga individual creators to push to publish or to make their own comics. Parang before, the mindset was you have to be hired under a comics publisher or you have to get a publisher to publish your works. Kasi nga yung ang daming restrictions na sinabi ni John. But with the independent scene, there's a lot of freedom. You can, print whatever you want, how many copies you want. 10 copies, then sold out ka na. Or if you have more budget, then you print more or you just reprint after every event. tas yun nga, yung mga comic creation entries, some of them are really good. Yun nga, siguro they need more, I don't know, more push or more incentive na pwede naman nilang i-print tapos sali sila sa Indie Changge. Indie Changge, it's the least least worry para benta ka ng comics mo.
Pinakamurang way para sumali ng event.
Pinaka-safe.
Oo. Kung meron kayong stories dyan, kahit gaano ka-ikli, shorts. Kasi ako, for short stories lang naman yung mga nilalabas ko noon. Stapled, tapos binibenta ko sa Comic Con. Indie Changge, pwede doon. May mga nanonood ulit. Si James Wolf, good evening. Yan, shout out. Sabi ni RH Noted, Lay, ha ha ha. Tapos
pero
sabi ni
may gusto rin akong hindi, sige, Mel, tuloy mo muna.
Sige, shout out muna tayo. Lector Zylen, clap clap clap. Si Mau, good evening. Nakikinig habang may niluluto for Grande. Ayan.
Uy, interesting.
Exciting. Oh, go ahead, Mick.
Sige, yun to add lang kasi ako personally parang natutuwa ko on how Comic Con became parang naging community effort na kasi from, di ba, from yung roots niya. So kasi nga yung parang gist nung pagiging independent. So lahat tayo nagkaroon din ng parang community dito maganda magpa-print. So parang lahat doon na din nagpa-print sa particular yung sa UP Shopping Center nga. Tapos lahat nagkakaroon na rin ng parang communication din. Paano ba tamang pag-print nito, tamang pag-layout. Kumbaga yung knowledge din nagpasa-pasa na rin yung kumbaga yung expertise sa pagla-layout, di ba? Parang naging community talaga siya na para makapag-produce ng quality works. Parang lahat ng creators din parang nagkaroon ng siguro nakapag-build din ng ng in a way parang yun nga yung community nga na para kumbaga yung makapag-produce nga yung event kumbaga from basic cash ka na the staple lang up to dun sa kung paano makakapag-print talaga ng color, yung magandang print, ganyan. So nakakatuwa lang na Comic Con yung naging way para maging ganun yung community.
Yun yung isa din sa mga paborito ko, yung pag-share kung saan magpapaprint, saan mura, saan yung next event.
Parang
even yung pag-set up ng mga tables
transfer of information, sharing of technology na bago. Parang iba may mag-compile, may nagsimula na mag-compile, tapos tinanong siya kung paano mag-compile, paano maging book form. So, lahat mag-book form na. Tapos offset, di ba? Kung gusto niyang matry yun, at least once may mga creators tayo na nag-offset para lang ma-experience yung pag-offset. Paghanap ng mas murang way para mag-produce. Ngayon yung mga newer creators, alam ko marami din silang mga bagong ways of producing kasi ano ba yung mga software na gamit natin nung nag-start tayo? Adobe lang halos di ba? Ngayon ang dami ng options na pwedeng gamitin.
Ayun. Shout out ulit tayo. Philbert Domingo, magandang gabi, comics people. Sabi ni Alan Lecano. Ito si Kapitan Tambay. Pasigaw, labas. Nice. Sige, labas muna ako. Sisigaw lang. Okay, done. Ayun. May question ako. Yung 20 years malaking bagay siya na achievement. Pero for sure, may mga na-experience kayong challenges na naranasan sa within 20 years. So, paano nyo siya na-overcome at para na nakatulong din sa inyo na palakihin at maging continuing yung Comic Con?
Well, ang most naman na problem with Comic Con is like we're just 6 people tapos hindi naman kami talaga professional event organizers. Diba? Katulad na sabi ni Miss Lay, karamihan sa amin are creators din, comics creators. Tapos parang pinaka-main focus, which is I think nagagawa naman ni Comic-Con is mag-provide ng lugar kung saan ka pwede magbenta ng comics. As in, yun lang naman talaga yung aming main goal sa paggawa ng comics as Comic-Con. Isa sa mga problems na na-encounter namin is maraming hinahanap na ibang bagay sa amin. Ang aming mga some of the creators are looking for us to promote them. Parang naging trabaho pa namin na i-promote yung ibang creators. Ang goal sana ni Comic-Con is para siyang meeting point or a starting point for you to sell your comics. It looks like na we're promoting other people, pero most of the time sinishare lang namin kung ano na yung ginawa nila na promotion nila So hindi kami mismo yung gumagawa ng promotions for those creators. Usually ina-amplify lang namin kung ano na yung nagawa nila. Di ba? So pag minsan hinahanapan kami na, bakit din yung pinopromote ito si ganito? Hindi parang may favoritism. Pero syempre, ang napopromote ni Comic-Con is those that do the work na. Si Mel did join a lot of our contests. So siya yung pinaka-visible sa amin. So siya yung napopromote namin during that time. Same with ngayon, pag namimili kami ng creator, it's a creator that cultivated a fandom or readers na makakapagdala siya ng tao doon sa event, which maaambunan din yung ibang creators, di ba? So nag-focus din kami to showcase yung mga newer creators, pero at most i-feature namin sa either sa page namin or ako personally or ikaw Mel, di ba? I-interviewin natin para makilala ng community. Yun lang yung kaya nating gawin kasi wala naman din tayong funding to do outright promotions for other people. Tapos, ano ba bang ibang problema natin na tatanggap, Lay?
Well, the number one challenge is money.
Kasi money naman talaga.
It's very limited. So, it will just make it go around, to keep going.
Parang,
number two,
sige. Most of
number
the time,
two for me is our age.
Most of the time,
we're very old.
Sobrang money rich ng Comic-Con. 20 years na kami, kita nyo naman kung yung aming lifestyles walang nagbago.
Wala kaming luxury cars.
Wala kaming, hindi kami nakapag-post na nasa, wala kaming mga luxury branded.
Comics is a luxury. So, yun na yun, di ba?
Ayun nga, yun yung pinakamahirap na problem kasi comics is a luxury. Reading should be it should be part of yung reading culture natin, pero yun nga, comics is a luxury So, ang tingin ng most of the tao, yung mga nagbibili ng comics, may pera. At yung gumagawa din may pera. Dito, hindi
I mean, yung pag-post mo lang ng mga comics haul natin, yung mga nabili, sobrang flex na yun, di ba? Parang,
pero kung isipin mo, tayo lang yung nagbibilihan sa atin
Pero ako kasi personally, yun yung pinaka na-appreciate kong bagay na kapag ang bumibili is mostly parang nas-peers mo din kung co-creators kasi mas malapit yung kumbaga makikita mo na genuine din yung feedback, yung review kasi nga creator din sila, alam nila yung paano kumbaga from conceptualizing to kung paano yung takbo ng kwento. Kumbaga may idea sila so parang mas constructive yung makukuha mong feedback from them. So ako kumbaga pag nakikita ko na bumibili yung mga talagang alam kong artist din or creator nga na lalo na kung nilook up ko pa, syempre 'di ba, malaking bagay yun. Pero ako basta as long as kumbaga kung creative ka, kung komikero ka, mas malaking bagay yun. Kahit kayo na lang yung bumili, walang problema.
Hindi, para doon sa mga tao, malaki rin yung aming gratitude towards those na willing to try the local project, yung local product, local creations na hinahain ng mga creators that join Comic-Con. Kasi karaniwan doon, yun nga, yung sinabi ni Mick na alam yung limitations, kapwa creators, alam yung limitations ng mga kapwa creators. Pag lumabas tayo doon sa circle na yun, hindi nila masyado naiintindihan na wala kaming Marvel, Disney budget. Kaya mas mahal yung products namin kasi yung pinang-produce namin noon is yun lang talaga yung kaya nung budget namin. Bakit hindi colored but hindi premium yung quality? Kasi wala kaming perang pang-produce ng ganun. Bakit mas mahal siya sa Marvel? Kasi yung Marvel, pinroduce yun ng thousands of units. Itong binibili nyo, at most, 300, pinakamarami na yan. Or, di ba? Yun is yung mga black and white na, black and white na mga products, di ba? Marami na yung 300 eh. As in, 50 nga, marami na rin eh.
Actually, malaking effort na nga din yung, kumbaga parang, yun nga, considering na yung budget, limited lang. Kumbaga minsan sa akin personally, merong ding talagang effort din na pepresyohan ko as low as possible para lang, alam mo, yung mga cater sa audience talaga. Even kahit na medyo hindi naman malulugi, pero kumbaga,
makaka-break even
talaga na merong kumbaga as low as possible na hanggat kaya ng kumbaga kung may konting markup better, pero yung hanggat kayang gawin yung reasonable price na talagang
marami sa mga creators, lalo na doon sa mga sinaunang creators, hindi nga nila iniisip yung profit margin ng box nila. Usually they're selling it at production cost lang. Gusto lang nilang mailabas yung kwento nila. Gusto lang nilang makarating sa mga maaaring magbasa ng comics nila. Pero ngayon meron ng a bit consciousness about business kasi medyo parang business na siya with the advent of a lot of other events na kailangan mo talagang isipin na yung budget mo for paying the table, budget mo for yung pag-print, budget mo nung pinagawa, yung oras na pinagawa mo nung comics mo. So, kailangan na rin isipin ng mga creators yung part na yun kasi lalo na dun sa aming mga mas matatanda na wala na, yun nga since sobrang rare commodity na yung magkaroon ka na maraming oras para gumawa ng something na tawag dito, gamble pa rin kung kikita ba to or hindi.
Yeah. Sabi ni Maui, yung perang nakukuha namin sa pagbebenta ng comics, bumabalik sa paggawa ng comics.
Oh, yan. ROI.
True to life.
ROI mo comics pa din.
Sabi ni Ninyo Mejia, may profit margin pala dapat. Oo, meron. Maliit, pero meron yan. May mga pagbati dito, Jan Nano. Happy anniversary, Comic-Con. Ayan. Si Doc Carlo Jose San Juan, happy anniversary, Comic-Con. Ayun. And may tanong si Mick. Mick, go.
Ayun, sige. Meron akong, I don't know if interesting enough to. So alam natin yung Comic-Con has been parang bahay na ng various komikero, whether mainstream or indie. So emphasis na lang doon sa mainstream tsaka indie. So yung paano niya nababalance yung support sa kanila doon sa both na yun? Ano mong tawag sa gabi?
Maganda yung question kasi it amplifies din. Isa pang problema nung nawala yung industrial age. Na-blur yung lines between indies, what are indie comics, and what is mainstream comics. Kasi meron tayong mainstream themed na mga comics na indie in production. Tapos nagkaroon din tayo ng indie yung theme ng comics or mas underground kasi indie is more relatable to underground. Meron tayong mga underground themed na comics na naging mainstream yung distribution.
Interesting yun, ha?
Di ba? Kasi na-blur, nawala na yung yung supposedly industrial format ng comics natin, which is widely distributed, na mas nababasa na mas maraming tao. All of our comics right now is either stuck here in NCR, in events, at also at ilan lang ba yung retail outlets natin? Ang retail outlets lang natin would be National Bookstore, which is also a sponsor ng Comic-Con, and Fully Book. Those are just two. And how many branches lang yun across the nation, nationwide? Tapos hindi naman lahat ng branches would carry the books kasi pili pa rin yung branches na nagkikarry ng ibang books. Mahirap siyang for us, like I said, ina-amplify lang namin yung creators or publishers that pushes their books. For example, kung si publisher A gumawa ng material about comics na pinapublish nila, isi-share namin yun. Hindi kami nag-go out of our way na gumawa ng promotional materials for books unless on our own, hindi as Comic-Con. Gumagawa kami on our own. For example, meron akong nabasa na, sobrang ganda ng comics na to, gusto kong malaman ng ibang tao na maganda to. So kung yung reach ko, hindi naman ganun ka-wide, pero sinishare ko sa page ko. Tapos sinishare ko din doon sa group ng Comic-Con. So yun lang yung yun lang utmost na nagagawa namin to promote the comics As in to share lang, parang to widen yung net nung awareness na merong gantong libro.
Ayun. Thank you for that, John. Meron ba kayong mga creators na yung natutuwa kayo na nag-succeed na from being an indie creator tapos naging mas sikat na yung ginagawa nilang comics? Siguro 13 ganyan, di ba? Mga ganun. Galing sa indie.
Naman ako, like I said nung introduction ko, comics enthusiast ako. Mahilig ako talaga magbasa ng comics. And as far as yung marating ng lahat ng kahit sinong comic book creator, sobrang proud ako na nararating nila yung mga nararating nila. For Comic-Con, natutuwa ako personally na yung ilang mga creators namin katulad nyo ni Mel na makahanap ng ibang avenues to share yung books nyo. Yung work nyo with SKP, yung paggawa nyo, kasi that would give you wider reach, di ba? Kasi it's a more recognized group. Or yung work nyo with sina Paulo and Comiket, di ba? Natutuwa kami na mas nakakalabas kayo dun sa circle, sa bubble ng Comic-Con. Kasi medyo, anong tawag dun? Sobrang sobrang close-knit natin na parang tayo-tayo lang lagi yung nagkikita-kita. And pag nakakita ako ng comics out in a wider reach, nakakatawa makita yung layo na ng narating ng iba nating mga creators.
Ayan. Meron ka bang mas specific example like Sir Budget, Sir Kadjo?
Ayun yung pinaka low-hanging fruit would be sina Sir Budget with yung 13 sa Netflix, sina Carlo Vergara with yung projects niya, naging musical, naging movie, tapos yung animated animated project na under wraps pa. Si Mervin yung sa Signal, yung sabi po yan.
Tapos yung kila Julius.
Ayun, yun yung pinaka parang nag-cross platform. ang tanging hiling ko lang sana when they cross platform, sana mas dumami rin yung magbasa ng books nila. Tapos dahil nagbasa sila ng books nila would give way for them to read other local books din. Kasi ganun sana yung gusto kong mangyari. When you reach a success na ganun, ma-reach mo yung consciousness ng mas maraming tao, mas maraming magbasa ng book na yon, and in turn, maghanap pa sila ng ibang books na ganun, na local.
Ayun. Ikaw Lay, may ano ka ba? May naiisip ka bang example na naging success story na nagsimula sa Comic-Con?
Ako, my favorite would be Tepay. And actually, all of the Sulyap artists that we have curated, it's really nice that most of them, not all, but most of you guys, you still continue doing comics, you do additional projects. So yeah, like si Tepay, she's part of our Sulyap One, like you, and then she is published independently, and then she published with she's published independently now by herself and with Avenida. So hoping na she'll be able to shine more in a lot more ways. Other Sulyap creators, si David,
si Makoy.
Yeah. So
si Makoy Kuchi, si Makoy ano?
Si Makoy. Yeah. Sina AJ, sina Noel. Yeah. RH nanalo ng Book Awards. Yeah.
Oo. Ay si Tepay pala din yung gumawa ng yung gumawa nitong art ng Comic-Con, no? Parang napapadalas na si Tepay yung gumagawa ng mga art ng Comic-Con
for the past 2 years. Yung last year and this year.
Ayun. So pag-usapan natin yung 20th Comic-Con anniversary. So ano yung mga pwedeng i-look forward sa 20th anniversary celebration?
Okay, so madalas naman na tema na ginagawa with Comic-Con is always looking forward. So, isa sa mga magandang strides ng paggawa ng comics is nagkaroon ng focus on speculative fiction, specifically sci-fi. So, parang sa pag-look forward natin, ang aming mga special guest, spotlighted guests namin for this event are mga, are sci-fi themed titles. Si Sir Berlin Manalaysay was one of our first guests noong 2005. Kilala naman lahat ng mga kaedad natin, Mel, kung sino si Sir Berlin. Siya yung gumawa kay Combatron. So, si Combatron is out of print for more than 20 years, 30 years.
Yung tagal na.
Still embedded sa consciousness ng mga Pilipino. And nag-transcend na yung IP ni Combatron into video games, card games, mga merchandise, art toys. So, Sir Berlin will be one of our guests.
Alam mo, nag-NFT din yata siya noon.
Ano yan?
Parang nag-NFT rin si Sir Berlin noon. Hindi lang ako sure.
I think nung boom din ng NFTs, meron din, si Sir Paul din, I think nag-NFTs eh. So, yun nga, si Sir Berlin, tapos in line with yung guesting ni Sir Berlin, marami siyang dalang merchandise, shirts and art toys. Tapos meron tayong card game tournament, Basagan ng Bakal. Naalala mo, Lay, kung sino yung gumawa ng card game? Si Ludus ba yun?
Yeah. Larong atin. So they will be having a tournament. So kung meron na kayo nung card game set, just bring it sa event para makasali dun sa tournament. Or if wala pa kayo ng card game, pwede rin kayong bumili dun sa venue at pwede kayong sumali. Tapos maganda yung... They will demo and maganda yung mga prizes.
Maganda yung prizes. one of the top prizes on Art Toy, yung parang bust ni Combatron. So, ayun, medyo pricey yun. So, baka gusto niyo, so, chance. Tapos, mapapirmahan niya pa kay Sir Berlin. Tapos, Reagan Press, si Rexy, at si John Ray.
John Ray.
Gumawa ng Maharlika. Parang they're making waves. Kala-launch lang at kaka-successfully funded nung Kickstarter nila for their first compendium nung Maharlika. So they will be sharing their titles then aside from yung main title nila ng Maharlika. Of course, si Mao no Sekai, gumawa ng La Historia Propaganda Project tsaka yung EDSA. One of yung mga foremost mech comics maker natin. She's been doing it since early 2010s. So we're focusing on those sci-fi titles and creators. Tapos that's yung special guest natin.
And then in connection with sci-fi or the use of technology with comics, we have a special talk with several webtoon creators. Yeah. So we have 3 webtoon creators who will be talking about how they broke into it, what you need to do if you're interested to read. So ako before, I don't really read webtoons kasi it's hard to read on the phone. Pero when I tried it once to check yung mga work ng speakers namin, and okay, nahook ako. Pero ngayon sobrang busy, I haven't read anything sa webtoon.
Sinasabi nila na wala na raw masyadong nagbabasa, pero pag nag-commute ako, na ang dami kong mga bata na mga students na nakakasabay sa commute, nagbabasa sila ng either webtoons or mga manga scanlations. So,
yeah.
Meron pa rin
din nung nakakasabay.
Di ba? Yun yung nagbabasa sila, di ba?
And yung second talk naman namin that would be interesting to listen to would be with Fred Corder of EFP. So he will be talking about the use of augmented reality or AR para sa enhanced reading experience with comics. So yeah, it's very interesting.
So, ito mga innovations in comic creating. Tapos we'll have film showings then. Jay Ignacio will be showcasing ulit yung kanyang Comics with a K.
That's free to watch. And on Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. sa may Conference Room B. And the other film that we'll be showcasing would be Alimuom by Keith Sikat. So Alimuom naman, it's based on the comics ng OF Space Workers.
Outer Space Filipino
Workers.
Ito yung indie dati ni Sir Keith Sikat that binibenta niya rin dati sa Comic-Con with yung group niya.
So limited chance to watch it. Chance 100 pesos additional lang.
Sa theaters. Tapos nandun si Sir Keith.
In the morning, they will have a short talk to encourage and to talk about their films. And then in the evening, you can go and watch their films.
Ayun. Napanood ko na yung Comics with a K. So sobrang nakaka-inspire na panoorin. Lalo na yung mga hindi pa gaanong ka-familiar sa Pinoy comics. Panoorin nyo yun kasi sobrang maganda siya. Napaka-positive niya towards comics. Nag-comment ulit si RH, mabuhay ang Comic-Con.
Thank you, sana. Sana mababa pa yung buhay namin. Kasi parang nakat na ang lifespan namin sa stress.
Tapos, we'll also have yung usual namin Comics Kalye, which is yung ating mga illustrators that have worked with foreign publishers. So, open sila for sketching, for signing, yan, si John Galino, si Omeng, si Freely, si Amos Villar, the fanboy, si Bigonte, si Aldin Viray, si H.K. Michael, Hubert Can Michael, at si Aaron Willis.
Ayan. Kung gusto nyo magpa-sketch, ayan.
Or kung meron kayong mga topics nila na si Aaron, may mga Bumperella yan, si Mr. Bumperella yan. So may mga Bumperella issues kayo ni Aaron, pasignan nyo sa kanya.
Yan, Len Jotsky, Texon. Happy anniversary, Comic-Con. Dami nag-agree.
Tapos, of course, kung gusto kayo, maghanap kayo ng mapapapirmahan sa kanila, pwede kayong, nandyan ang aming madalas na sponsor, si Ma'am Rowena, Sir Sandy ng Comic Odyssey. There. Sponsored also by National Bookstore. Actually, natutuwa ako sa selection ng National Bookstore. So, kung maghanap kayo ng mga sale na mga books, sale na mga graphic novels, usually may magandang selection si National Bookstore na dala. Comic-Con.
Nung last Comic-Con, nabili ko yung California Dreaming na graphic novel for 100 pesos lang.
At very affordable prices, diba? So,
oo. Nung binasa ko na yung ganda nung comics, California Dreaming na comics. Naubusan ako. 2 copies na lang, so binili ko yung isa. Tapos pagbalik ko, wala na. Kaya ganda. Ayun. So yun yung mga pwede nyo abangan sa Comic-Con. What's new or different in this year's Comic-Con compared to previous events, John and Lay?
Well, for first, we have partnered up with Ray Magbanwa. We've announced this in the previous events, pero finally, ito na, the culmination of the work that he did for the 20th, a look back sa past 20 years ng Comic-Con. So, we had to have Ray to write about what Comic-Con has been up to for the past 20 years. And they'll be able to get the details on Grande kung paano nila makuha yung coffee table book na ito. Limited copies lang siya, and I think it's a must-read for any comics lover. And then secondly, we have a new partnership with GMA Pictures. They will be announcing something very exciting on Saturday. So just stay tuned for their announcement on Saturday and Sunday at 2:30 p.m.
Naka-excite yan. GMA Pictures meaning pelikula, hindi siya TV show?
I believe so.
Ay, na lang natin yung announcement.
Yeah. Kasi it's really surprise. So you have to be there before 2:30 para kayo yung unang makaalam ano ba yung surprise na sasabihin nila. Yeah. And we have several partners like if you went to Super Manila Con before, there's a big area there for NextCon artists. So they're also upcoming, not really upcoming, they're very popular already, creators and managed by Jiggy. And together with them, we have another art group that also does mga sketches and commissions. In addition sa NextCon and sa Comics Area, we have EJS Art Studio. Thank you to EJS Art Studio for sponsoring the 20th anniversary lanyards for Comic-Con. So, lahat ng exhibitors natin yan, very, very, very nice. Ay, very, very nice lanyard. And of course, since 20 years na ang Comic-Con, we couldn't have reach this year without the help of so many people, so many groups. So as a token of our appreciation, we will be awarding some awards to select few, kasi we can't award everyone as much as we would like to mahubos yung oras tsaka funds. So we had to select a few. Pero I hope that kung meron man kaming hindi na-select, please take our gratitude and thanks pa rin for your continued support of Comic-Con for the past 20 years. Kasi without everyone, like you said, it's a community effort talaga. Without everyone, hindi namin kaya kaming anim lang. Mostly, actually, most of the work is done by everyone who's been to Comic-Con as an attendee, as an exhibitor, as a sponsor. So we're very thankful for that.
Yun yung spirit
Also,
ng pagiging indie.
Sa Jam 88.3. Every Thursday, meron silang
feature
hosting Comic-Con. So sila, official media partner namin for this event. So tomorrow, actually, if you tune in 8 din, yung Coffee Comics and Beyond ni Sir LC, nandun sila doon. So
very exciting. Yan. Thank you sa mga binanggit niyong mga dapat abangan sa darating na Comic-Con. So how do you see Comic-Con evolving, John and Lay, in the next 5 or 10 years? May yung nilook forward nyo in the future?
Ako, more comics. More creators creating comics. Yan. Yun naman yung isa sa pinaka-favorite thing ko with Comic-Con is looking at a new creator launching their very first title, tapos yung experience na nakuha nila with releasing the title. Tapos looking forward then to see their careers blossom either in comics or in another adjacent field.
Ayun. May tanong si Mick. Go ahead, Mick.
Siguro final message. Final message especially dun sa mga naging part na ng Comic-Con for the past 20 years, from the creators to other people na naging part. Do you have any message sa kanila? Or you can show yung gratitude din, like what yung sinabi rin ni Ma'am Lay kanina.
Actually, madalas ko naman ito sinasabi kasi madalas ang sinasabi is kami yung Comic-Con. Pero ang totoo niyan is yung mga comics creators that have continued to support Comic-Con, to attend Comic-Con, mag-exhibit sa Comic-Con. Yung mga comics creators, yung Comic-Con. Sila, kasi first and foremost, katulad ng paulit-ulit kong sinasabi, this is for Filipino comics. And everything adjacent sa Filipino comics. So para sa lahat ng creators na nagtiwala, sumali sa Comic-Con. Maraming salamat.
Dahil may Comic-Con Grande, meron bang Comic-Con Venti at
pinalitan lang namin kasi tawag nila sa Comic-Con Grande Winter Comic-Con. Wala naman tayong winter.
Actually.
Ayun. Okay, thank you very much sa inyong dalawa, Sir John and Miss Lay. Ito, final question na lang. If you could talk to your 2005 self-organizing the first Comic-Con, what would you say?
Wow, Miss Universe question.
Time travel question. Gusto mo mauna dyan?
Ikaw na mauna.
Ako siguro ang sasabihin ko lang na wag matakot. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're in the right path. You will be touching the lives of a lot of people. You will be helping, I hope, you will be helping a lot of, in the comics industry. And yun nga, ang daming na-develop na relationships sa Comic-Con. Not just love relationships, but also friendships. Diba? Frenemies kung meron man. And yun nga, those bonds na makikreate sa Comic-Con from 2005 will be the bond that will strengthen everyone to continue pa. So, yun. And don't eat too much kasi look, si stress eating, ang payat-payat ko noong 2005.
lahat naman tayo nagiging mas healthier kapag tumatanda na. Ayun. Ikaw, John.
Ano bang magandang sabihin sa batang dyan? Temper mo lang yung emotions mo with dealing with your fellow creators. In the long run, all of you are pushing for comics to be a sustainable living, sustainable art form, while hindi kayo magkakasundo with some of your views, comics, still comics. Pwede mo namang ihiwalay yung personal mo with sa comics.
Okay. Thank you, John and Miss Lay.
May question pa lang sa'yo.
May question pa.
Go,
Last
go.
na. Okay, pero question na lang to kay Mel. Ikaw pa may message ka with Comic-Con? Ano yung gusto mo sabihin din?
Thank you for that wonderful question.
Improve yun.
Congratulations Comic-Con, and malaking bagay yung nagawa ng Comic-Con para sa akin. At alam ko para din sa mga ibang comics creators. Kasi yun nga, comics yung gustong-gusto kong gawin nung high school and college. At nung pagdating ko sa Manila, natuwa ako na may maliit na event at the time. Tapos ngayon mas malaki na kung saan comics-centered talaga. And dahil sa Comic-Con, tuloy-tuloy yung paggawa ko ng comics. Hanggang ngayon, kahit na medyo naglaylo ng konti. Ayun. Ikaw, Mick, anong message mo sa Comic-Con?
Ako hindi.
Back to you, Mick.
Hindi ako, forever grateful ako sa Comic-Con kasi yun nga. Dito rin nag-boost yung interest ko with comics eh. Even kahit hindi naman din ako kasi masyadong, well, ako baka sa akin lang yun. Pero, I mean, yung confidence ko in a way, tumaas din with the help of Comic-Con kasi nga parang, yun nga, katulad din ng sinabi ni John, parang naging avenue rin talaga for creators, especially yung mga indie na yun nga, medyo tight ang budget for production. Kumbaga parang hindi nawala ng pag-asa kasi parang alam, kumbaga na natin na kaya parang pala natin talaga mag-produce on our own na hindi tayo mawawalan ng, kumbaga parang kasi minsan 'di ba pag nagano ko ng comics tapos pag nalaman natin na ganito yung production, mahal ganyan. Tapos kumbaga parang mahirap na siyang gawin, so madi-discourage ka na. Pero at least dito sa Comic-Con parang yun, naging easily accessible lahat, nandiyan lahat ng creators, lahat willing mag-share din ng and then yun nga yung event itself mas yun yung mas icing on top na mas nagbigay kulay sa comics.
Ayun. Thank you, Mick. Thank you, Lay. And thank you, Sir John. Invite natin sila sa Comic-Con Grande. Nagsi-celebrate ng 20th anniversary this coming Saturday and Sunday. Ayan. So, October
25,
26.
Magkano yung October 25?
Yan. Magkano yung ticket, John, and saan yung venue?
Sa Bayanihan Center pa rin, Unilab Compound, sa may Pioneer, sa may Pasig City, ang aming venue. Ang tickets namin ay
1-day tickets, Saturday or Sunday, it's 150. Pero kung kulang sa iyo ang 1 day, you can buy our 2-day tickets for 250 pesos. And then we have special discounted 1-day tickets for, of course, students up to senior high school, PWDs, and senior citizens. And to those who still have a Comic-Con shirt, if you come to the event wearing a Comic-Con shirt, as in yung makikita nyo na nakalagay yung logo and pangalan na Comic-Con, 100 pesos din. No questions asked.
Suot na dapat hindi yung...
suot dapat, hindi yung tag na lang baka.
Dapat kasya pa. Kung binili nyo yung 2005 at hindi na kasya, pagkasahin nyo habang papasok na.
Also pala, reminder lang, kasi may schedule yung mga nasa Comics Calle. So if you're kung yung specific artist nyo is baka Saturday or Sunday lang, please look lang at their schedules. Ganun din yung sa aming film showing. Saturday, it will be Comics with a K. Tapos sa Sunday, it will be Alimuot.
Okay. Ayun. Thank you very much, comics people, sa mga nanood sa Indie Comics Podcast. Please support local comics, support Comic-Con, and see you next episode ng Indie Comics Podcast. Bye-bye!
Thank you! Bye!